I do not allow myself to buy crispy M&Ms. I will eat the entire bag within minutes. So now I'm not allowed to buy them. Hi guys, Penniless Writer here. Okay, so when I first started this channel to share all my like budget travel tips and to tell you guys how to have like a super cheap holiday, I pretty much had resigned myself to the thought that it was probably going to be just maybe a couple of my friends and my family members that watched. So after a while, I actually started looking into like the Google Analytics of it all and actually looking at who is watching, and it turns out like hardly any of my friends and family watch, but a load of you guys do, which you know, people who I've never even met, and that's amazingly flattering and super exciting as well. And since I've done like a little bit more traveling and put a bit more effort into all the videos and to like where I'm going and what I'm doing, of my subscriber has been like slowly going up. And again, obviously I'm still really small fish at the moment, but I'm super excited about it. Like anytime I get a new subscriber, I get like schoolgirl giggles kind of thing. I'm so happy. So, you know, if any of you guys are just like continuously watching and haven't subscribed yet, please do, because it gives me the feels. Yeah, so as it turns out, I actually have quite a few people watching, which I really didn't anticipate, and hopefully that's only going to grow. But I figured yeah, you get to know me a little bit over the course of the travel videos, but not massively so. So I thought I'd make this one, which is me sat here obnoxiously telling you a bunch of crap about myself that you never even asked for. But hey, you know what? You're getting it anyway. Happy Christmas that you never asked for. So, in 1991, I was born in Heathrow in London, and I went to a very multicultural school. I was one of only 3 white British kids in my class, and everyone spoke multiple languages. We celebrated everything like Eid and Diwali and Christmas and Easter, and like just all different religions and everything. It was brilliant, and I think that's one of the starting places of where my love of other cultures and other countries started. And then when I was 8 years old, I moved to the Isle of Wight, where everyone is white and spoke English and didn't know anything about other cultures or countries, it seems. And that was really strange. Like literally I rocked up and I was like, hey, it's really quiet here, because I'd been used to living near an airport, and where's everybody else? Like, what have you done with all the other coloured people and cultures, and why is everyone only speaking English? It was very strange to try and explain to like an 8-year-old kid who'd been used to that kind of inclusive surroundings her entire life, to suddenly be introduced to what appeared to be like a Ku Klux Klan situation. Obviously it wasn't, everyone here is lovely, but it was very, very strange. The first time I ever left England was on a school trip to Germany, which completely changed my life. It was like, I mean, I'd already had like a love of other countries and things, but I'd never actually been, and this one was just like, and I took a load of pictures there, and I think I did have a digital camera, but I wasn't filming at the time, and I wish I had, because I went to Phantasialand, which is like a massive theme park, and oh, it was just like the best time. And yeah, I have like this really sweet diary that I'd drawn all like pictures in, and I'd kept a diary basically of what I did every single day and put in like the photos and everything, but I had no footage. But I kind of look back on that diary and I'm like, that was the start of, you know, me blogging and me actually doing like my own sort of travel advice show thing. So that's really precious to me. I was also super inspired to travel at a young age by people like David Attenborough, Stephen Fry's Last Chance to See was just incredible to me. I absolutely loved it. And in the same vein, Mark Carwarden as well, the zoologist and the photographer, he was incredible. And Michael Palin as well, I absolutely loved everything Michael Palin did, Around the World in 80 Days, everything. I love literally all animals, like every possible animal, except, with the only exception of squid and octopus. They give me the heebie-jeebies. I think it's the tentacles and the fact that they have beaks, which freaks me the hell out. Like, they can crunch you and hold you with the tentacles. No. I have always known that I wanted to be a writer and an artist. I literally can't remember a time when I wanted to do something else. Like, there was some times when it was writer, artist and zoologist, or writer, artist and farmer and things. Like, I also wanted to incorporate like animals in my life as well, but all the time the regular heartbeat was writer and artist all the time. My favourite colour actually changes depending on the mood I'm in, but I really do love like lime green accessories. When I was 17, I fell out of a wheelbarrow, completely sober, and gashed my shoulder, and now the scar looks like a gunshot wound, and I tell everybody it's a gunshot wound from where I stopped a bank robbery. I speak the very basics in German, Mandarin, Chinese and Spanish, and I'm still learning Japanese, Greek and Egyptian Arabic. Yes, that's a very weird combination, but I like them. Ni hao ma. I am a massive geek who loves everything nerdy, especially comic books. My current favourite is the series Saga. It's amazing, please read it. It's Romeo and Juliet with aliens in space. It's so epic, honestly. I've been to several different music festivals in my lifetime and I've never once paid for a ticket. I always either get like invited by someone or I get somebody else's like spare ticket. It's awesome. So the places I most want to visit in the world are Florence, Italy, anywhere in Egypt, Tokyo, Japan, California, USA, Lapland, Finland, Bali, Indonesia, and then anywhere in China. All of China, actually. I want to go everywhere in China. I personally think life's too short not to have really, really interesting nail varnish. Blah. The one thing I can't possibly live without whilst travelling is probably my laptop. Or possibly this vlogging camera. I need that too. My favourite travel YouTubers are Fun for Louie, Hey Nadine and Kristen Sarah. The name Helen actually means bright in Greek, so I'm bright, apparently. I think YouTube is the greatest invention since sliced bread. You can literally learn anything on here. It's like a massive free university just handed to you. You're welcome, everyone ever. When I was in university, I watched a documentary about the abandoned baby girls in China as a result of their one-child policy, and it completely changed my life and pretty much convinced me that one day I'd like to adopt a baby girl from China, or possibly multiple baby girls from China. That documentary also turned me on to Half the Sky Foundation, which if you haven't seen their book, and they've also got an award-winning documentary. I highly recommend both. They're incredible. They will completely, man or woman, change your entire viewpoint on how women are treated around the world. And you don't have to be a feminist at all to be completely moved by these stories. And they've all got like a hopeful twinge as well. Like, I can't stand that tragedy porn sort of thing, like you know, the really sad stories. Obviously they're sad stories, but they've all kind of, they're the stories of triumph, how the oppression has been turned into opportunity for women around the world, and it's really life affirming. And I challenge anybody to watch a documentary or read that book and then not be motivated to do something in some way. I'd really in the future love to work with Half the Sky Foundation. It's just incredible, it really is. Until really recently I had a cat who I adored more than anything else in this world. Her name was Phoebe, and she was named after Phoebe from Friends. And she was equally as weird as that character. She recently passed away. She was 15 years old and I've had her since I was 10. And yeah, she will be incredibly missed. Now I don't have to worry about her when I'm traveling, at least, you know. I know she'll just kind of be with me in spirit wherever I go now. She'll be my spirit animal. Quite literally my spirit animal. Oh, I hope she is. That'd be so good. I love so many TV shows and movies. Oh my god. I watch so many. But some of my favourites are Firefly, The Walking Dead, Game of Thrones, Orphan Black, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Battlestar Galactica, Terminator the Sarah Connor Chronicles, Alphas, Sherlock, and I recently just started watching House of Cards, which is completely incredible. Definitely watch it, it's amazing.
I would rather have a spineless Donald Blythe as my vice president than a woman who's never held elected office.
And my favourite movies are The Fountain, Candy, The East, Into the Wild, Lord of the Rings, The Matrix, the first one please, none of the others. All the others are obsolete. He can control all of the Matrix with his mind by the end of the first one. Why did they need to make another load and undo it all? I still have issues with this. And Pocahontas, and of course Hunchback of Notre Dame. I really like the really dark Disney movies. Something was wrong with me as a child. Those ones have like really scary adult themes in them, and I still loved them and thought they were like the best thing ever. I used to wish that my family could be like the Wild Thornberrys. You remember that show?
I know. When I get up, I'll do this with my hands.
My favourite time of year is autumn, but I also really love Christmas. My absolute favourite YouTubers are Rhett and Link, Smosh, Jenna Marbles, Markiplier, PewDiePie, Hey Nadine, Kirsten Sarah, and the Philip DeFranco show as well I've recently got into, and that's pretty much where I get all of my news now. Definitely recommend checking out all of them. Oh, especially check out Good Mythical Morning as well, which is Rhett and Link's morning talk show. It's hilarious, it's every weekday, and god, they're so good. They're so good, and they were like some of my biggest influences in starting this channel. So I loved the fact that they just took it upon themselves to make content and like just sit and talk about stuff that they were passionate about. Absolutely loved that, and I was like, hey, I can do that too. Like, just probably with a much smaller budget, and hey, I'm doing it. Just, yeah, with a much smaller budget. My star sign is Pisces, and I am legitimately the exact description of a Pisces, even though I don't necessarily believe in all that. If you read like what a Pisces is supposed to be, that's me. That's just someone describing my personality. So I fit in a box. I have never been to Disneyland, and I really want to go. I hardly ever bother to cut my hair. I think it's a waste of money. It's gonna grow anyway. I don't care about it. I never do like anything to it. I'll wash it and I'll brush it, and that's it. And so that's why it's like massively long and unkept all the time. If I can't afford something, I will try and make it myself. I'm really crafty, and yeah, they've come out to varying degrees of success. Sometimes they're really great, other times, nope, I should have just bought it. My absolute favourite food is Chinese food, homemade cookies, and veggie chili tacos. Oh my god, they're so good. I want some right now. When I was 11 years old, I started working at horse riding stables, and since then I've worked at a farm, a zoo, in retail stores, and then eventually as a blogger, writer and artist. Got there eventually. I still like to have animals heavily involved in my life in some form, some shape or form. I think board games are boring AF. And I think playing Scrabble with a dyslexic who cannot spell is just cruelty. That's mean. Do not suggest to me that we play Scrabble. I will be physically angry. I can't spell, I don't want to play Scrabble. The things I'd most like to do in the future, work with orangutans in Borneo, scuba dive the Great Barrier Reef, go to Comic-Con in San Diego. I've never been to the London ones. I really want to go to the San Diego ones. Go zorbing, release baby turtles in Costa Rica, live in a Volkswagen on a road trip, dog sledding in Finland, and working in a school in some sort of African country. I'd really like to do any of those. The first friend I ever made when I moved to the island when I was 8 years old was my best friend Michael, and to this day we are still best friends. So that's like 17, 18 years of friendship. How old am I? I'm the middle child of my family, with both my younger brother and my older sister being dancers. I'm the only weirdo in the family who can't dance and just draws stuff. I'm the postman. I started a small business whilst I was in art school called Shiny Creations. I make handmade, unique and personal gifts, and now it's one of my main sources of income. I completely love it. I can do it as I travel and it's only growing, so go check out my website. I have glasses that I'm supposed to wear and I will always forget them. I need them to see like road signs and things and what's on the train schedule, and I always forget them, and so I have to go right up close to it and squint, and then people think I'm special in some way. I collect postcards. I actually started this long before I actually got to travel anywhere. I was just collecting postcards of places that I'd like to go and like cool things that I saw. And now I have a pretty extensive collection, but I'm waiting until I get like my own place that I can properly deck it out, because there is too much on this wall already. Nothing else will fit. I also have a pretty severe and intense sticker obsession, because I am 6 years old at heart still. I try my absolute best to limit my swearing when I'm in front of the camera, and I will bleep it out whenever anybody swears in my vlogs, because I'm trying to be like as family friendly as possible. But when the camera's not on, I swear like a sailor. It's bad. Okay, well that was some random crap that I felt the need to tell you, even though you guys literally never asked. But hey. But now I feel like maybe you guys can get to know me a little bit better, and I want to know you guys, because as it turns out, you're not my random 2 like family or friend members that are watching. There's people all over the world who have commented, and you know, my analytics show that it's all different people watching these videos, and that's really exciting. And I don't know you, so if you want to leave a comment like telling me a bit about yourself, I'd love that. I will do my very best to reply to you all as well. I'm, you know, nowhere near YouTuber at all, but I like to think that the few people who are watching, who keep coming back, clearly, I want to like make stuff that you guys actually want. So feel free to request things if you want me to go certain places. I will do my best if it fits into my budget. And yes, I do have lots more budget travel coming up in the new year, and I'm really excited about it. Thanks for letting me waffle on about myself egotistically. And but hey, you're still here, clearly. If you got to this part, you didn't hate it, so thanks a lot. And please do subscribe if you like budget travel videos and my face, then that's awesome. Please do like. Okay, alright, thanks for watching. I will see you in the world. Bye.